Welcome to Maximize Living Radio. My name is Dr. Rosie Main, coming here every week to empower you to start changing your life from the inside out. And today's topic is, of course, the coronavirus, which most people today are being feared into thinking that they're weak. And I want to start with facts, and basically facts destroy fear. And reminding you how powerful your body is. The fact is people have asked me what I think of this virus. And please remember that God is bigger than coronavirus. Your body has an amazing potential to heal. And in our opinion, specifically in my office, I know for a fact that my patients understand, that when your body was made, God put an amazing immune system in it. And there's interferences, though. And we live in a world that we have toxins interfering with the way the body functions. We have bad nutrition. We have stinking thinking thoughts that destroy the ability to heal, like stress created from the pandemic of this, virus. And, the truth is that when you have interferences, your body can't function and heal the way it's designed. So I want to talk about solutions here. And, the truth is your body is amazing, but you also have to honor the temple that he provided. And so we want to talk about what we can do, and not just about any virus per se. I mean, over and over in the last 20 years, there's been so many viruses that have been spreading. Supposedly, we were going to die from all of them. Yet most people don't have to succumb to this, but you also have to take action. So faith without works is dead. And so you have to also participate in building your immune system. So I want to talk about just what this is, because if we can find out what it is, the truth is that people fear because they don't understand. And so when we talk about what a virus is and how our body is able to combat this. A virus, whether this is coronavirus or any virus, is a small infectious agent that can only replicate inside living cells or other organisms. Viruses can infect all types of life forms, whether it be humans, animals, plants, microorganisms, including bacteria. They're found in almost every ecosystem on the earth, and they're the most abundant type of biological entity. And so viruses have actually been described as organisms at the edge of life because they carry genetic material, they reproduce and evolve through natural selection, but they lack cell structure. It's actually a protein, which is generally needed to have some kind of an organism to live in. So there are many ways that viruses spread. And so number one is in animals. So a virus is carried by, blood-sucking insects. Some viruses like influenza is spread by coughing and sneezing. Viruses also can go through the the gastro system, such as like infectious diarrhea, are transmitted by the fecal or oral route, which is a result of poor sanitation, like not washing your hands, and are passed from person to person by contact or through food and water. Another virus is HIV, is one of several viruses that's transmitted through sexual contact and exposure to infected blood. So the thing is that antibiotics do not work with viruses. Vaccines are also unpredictable, and viruses, including those that cause AIDS and viral hepatitis, evade these vaccine-induced immune responses as a result in chronic infections. So we have to understand how to combat this naturally. And so moving on to what specifically the coronavirus is, because if we know what it is, we know how to then attack it. And the one that is right now being discussed is the coronavirus COVID-19, which started in Wuhan, China in December 2019. And we know that the infection spread from animals. It's not clear which animal it has come from, but it's a strain of coronavirus that we have not encountered before, and it's different from other strains, including previously seen like SARS or MERS. And so symptoms are similar to the flu and the common cold. However, it may become severe and lead to complications in those with chronic health issues, like older people. So the mortality rate is at 2%. And the fact is that, a lot is unknown. And so in the United States right now, as of February 29th, while most cases are located in China, the virus is spreading supposedly into Italy and to other countries. But in the United States, only 14 have been confirmed. And this has been in San Francisco. There's other cities where, the aim is to help prevention treatment for scientists to find effective vaccines and medications. But we want to again talk about solutions, because the truth is that, my opinion and what I've always told you here is God is bigger than the coronavirus. So as soon as you start veering into thinking that somehow your body is weak, the mindset has to change. That, just because you have a fever or a cough or a runny nose right now, it could might as well just be a simple flu. So don't panic. You are bigger than what you think you are. Your immune system is bigger. You're more powerful than a virus. And so I think a lot of it comes from calming down and being at peace and trusting and knowing that God is our Savior. There is a verse in the Bible that states, "Don't call everything a conspiracy like they do, and don't live in dread of what frightens them." This is Isaiah 8:12. The media shouts out fear, but trust in the Lord, and He will keep you safe. And I believe that this is something we gotta lean into is trusting the amazing power that God put in the body, and understanding how to also improve your immune system. So in our office, we always talk about honoring that temple that God gave us. And so there's lifestyle symptoms, things that you need to stop doing that cripple the immune system. Your immune system's job is to protect you from infections and illnesses. Your immune system is the one that helps you recover if you get sick. Having a strong immune system is absolutely critical to protect your body against viral infections, and including this virus. So the problem is that there are several lifestyle activities that many people engage in that can cripple your immune system and make you more vulnerable to illness. So let's take a look at some of the top 5. Number 1 is sugar. It's not the first time you've heard me talk about the negative effects of sugar on your health. Sugar not only causes blood sugar fluctuations and weight gain, but it also cripples your immune system. Sugar can deplete you from critical immune supporting nutrients such as zinc, vitamin C, and glutathione. It also feeds parasites in your body and may lead to abnormal tissue and cancerous growth. And when we're talking about sugar in your immune system, we must discuss the link between sugar, vitamin C, and the immune function. In the 1970s, Dr. John Ely discovered the glucose ascorbate antagonism, the GAA theory, which found that glucose or sugar and ascorbate or vitamin C have a very similar chemical makeup. So the problem is that both of them depend on the pancreatic hormone insulin signaling to get into your cell. So sugar and vitamin C basically end up competing for the same spot in your immune system. So if there is too much sugar, vitamin C will actually lose this race as much as too much sugar can restrict vitamin C from entering your cells. But when this happens, your body needs to pump more insulin to get enough oxygen into your cells. So vitamin C is critical to handle oxidative stress and fight pathogens such as viruses and bacteria and other microorganisms in your body. So sugar prohibits vitamin C to support your body, your system weakens and becomes more vulnerable to illness and disease, including the coronavirus infection. And so making sure that you're eliminating sugar and increasing your uptake of vitamin C would be crucial. Number 2 is sleep deprivation. We live in a society where we get very little sleep or quality sleep. And so this is another thing that your body needs to repair and rejuvenate. So regular sleep deprivation will surely lead to fatigue, exhaustion, and reduce immune function. And this can lead to a compromised immune function and make you more vulnerable to infections and illnesses. Another one would be chronic dehydration. Drinking plenty of water and properly hydration is critical. The dehydration can result in too much histamine in your body, which is inflammatory cytokine, which will aim that dehydration will also increase inflammation, increase headaches, chronic pain, and it also alters your immune system. So drink quality water, not tap water, which is filled with chlorine and all the bad radioactive elements, pesticides, nitrates, hormones, you name it, pharmaceutical drugs, lead. So making sure you're getting filtered water. Staying indoors, I think that is one of those things that most people do nowadays, which is not beneficial. I know that many times they're telling you to stay indoors, but you need vitamin D from the sun. You need fresh air. You need to get away from the toxic indoor environment. And so make sure you get outdoors, get quality sun intake, and start implementing vitamin D. I think the biggest thing is start removing the things that are causing the issues, and then start adding in the proper nutrients. So I'm going to start with chiropractic first. And I know that many of you know I'm a chiropractor. And I would, of course, you would expect me to say chiropractic is going to help you. And I am. Actually, historically, in 1918, most people who were exposed to the Spanish flu, there is a history with chiropractic helping many people during this time. And it was also was when chiropractic was actually legalized and licensed, because what they found is that far too many people were suffering from this influenza infection during those times. And chiropractic had only been around for maybe 20 years at that point. And what they found that in 1917, 1918, with this epidemic, it swept silently across the world, bringing death and fear to many people. And actually, many people died of it. But out of this particular epidemic, young science of chiropractic grew into a measure of safety. While many struggled, what lie ahead, the result was that there was in Davenport, Iowa, 50 medical doctors treated about 5,000 cases with 274 deaths. And in the same city of Davenport, Iowa, 150 chiropractors, including students, treated people through chiropractic instead of drugs or vaccines or whatever. And, there was only, I think, like 50 people who actually died. And so this was important to understand because during this time, chiropractic was not known. And so what was beautiful is that it actually ended up that people who were getting adjusted had better quality immune systems. And so this is the stuff that I want to make sure you understand, is that when we adjust the spine, what happens is beautiful. Not only do we remove interference to the nervous system, but scientifically, the neurology behind an adjustment, it activates your autonomic nervous system, which includes your immune system. And this actually carries pathways up into your brain, into your body, to allow your body to function and heal better. And so there's when there's interference in the nervous system, your body's not going to get this activation. And so this is where with chiropractic, number one would be the number one thing to do. And then of course you want to have natural solutions to defeat this. The fact is there are many antiviral herbs. So I want to talk about the herbs that you can start taking. Before I do, I want to invite you, if you've never come to our office to see what we can do to help you, I want to invite you at this moment to start understanding how your nervous system functions. We do an exam. We also see how your spine is functioning. We do x-rays of your spine to determine the function of your structure and biomechanics. And typically this is all a value of $180. And we're doing it today for only $40 on this radio show. I'm giving you the next week to get this examination for the next 10 callers. So give me a call and reserve this appointment. My number is Dr. Rosie Main. I'm in Meridian. Again, our office number is 208-859-6170. That's 208-859-6170. And if you want to and you're listening and you're not close to us, you can also visit my online virtual office, and that's mainholistichealth.com. That's mainholistichealth.com, where we can do virtual consultations to help you with your health, whether it be your immune system, whether it be your brain health, whether it be your gastrointestinal system. If you have diabetes, there's a lot of things that need to be addressed that sometimes people aren't aware of. So we can't per se look under the hood with lab work to see what is actually causing these issues. So I do this online virtually, and you can check us out at mainholistichealth.com. So now I want to go into herbs and what are the vital things, because herbs inhibit the development of viruses, and many antiviral herbs boost the immune system, which allows the body to attack viral pathogens. And this can be even better than attacking specific pathogens with antiviral drugs that are designed to, because pathogens mutate over time and become less susceptible to treatment. And not only do antiviral herbs fight viral infections, but they also boost the immune system and work as the flu natural remedies. But they have a number of other health benefits, such as cardiovascular and digestive and anti-inflammatory support. So the number one herb that I love is elderberry. Elderberry has a long, rich history of use for medicinal benefits by numerous cultures, and it fights infections, including influenza, herpes, viral infections, and bacterial infections. And most every part of the elderberry can be used: the flower, the bark, the root, the leaves. The number two is echinacea. I love echinacea. It has become one of the top-selling herbs of all time, and that's because regular use of echinacea is beneficial for immune support and for overall health. There's considerable evidence suggesting that the phytochemicals in echinacea have the capacity to reduce virus infections and tumors. So for sure, echinacea is one that I would include. Number three is calendula. And this calendula is a flower. It's actually the petals of the plant, which is... It's called also the pot of marigold, that have been used for medicinal purposes, in at least the 12th century. And these viral herbs have a amount of flavonoids, which are plant-based antioxidants that protect from being damaged by free radicals. And so that's one to also include. And number four is garlic. There's many, many benefits of garlic, but it has chemical compounds found in garlic that are highly effective at killing countless of microorganisms because of these properties. I would suggest some raw garlic. Again, you can use this in tea. You can use this in your salad dressing. And I have a healing dressing that you can go to my website called drmain.com and look up my healing dressing, which has turmeric and ginger and garlic and apple cider vinegar and olive oil and stevia, all these things, balsamic vinegar, that are very good for you, but also can be added raw. And number five really one that I love is astragalus. Astragalus root. Astragalus root is another just vital herb to add. In 2004, there's a study where they found that the effects of this astragalus with herpes simplex virus, and found that the herb has obvious inhibiting efficacy. And so that's one that you want to add. It's also lowers cortisol, which is very beneficial. Number 6 is cat's claw. So cat's claw is one that I would recommend, and has been used by South Americans for centuries to treat health problems, including fevers, and stomachs, and ulcers. So for sure is one that I would include. And then lastly, licorice root. Licorice root is just amazing player in antiviral properties, and so just one that you can also, not the candy, this is a licorice root, so you want to get that at the health store. And then of course there's olive leaf that has antiviral properties, that is also helpful with not only coronavirus but candida, chronic fatigue syndrome. Natural treatment for shingles is one that I have my patients who are suffering with shingles take. Oregano is another one that has many benefits. So oregano oil, essential oils are vital. doTERRA carries oregano oil that, or Young Living as well, has oregano oil that has a benefit and compounds that are also antiviral. And so these are the things to start adding as far as herbs, as far as things like to do when it comes to your nutrients. I would for sure start adding, of course, like I said, vitamin C. I would at least add 1.5 grams, or that would be 6 grams total daily of vitamin C. I would also do vitamin D, vitamin D3. I do at least 5,000 IUs per day. There's curcumin, which has been helpful in many things. There's quercetin, probiotics. I can go on and on, but the thing is start just removing the bad stuff and adding some of those antiviral herbs. You can also get this if you're listening and you want it written down. I actually have an article on my website, drmain.com, that I just wrote just on this topic alone. So you can go to drmain.com and search for that. And lastly here, before I finalize, is just remembering to not fear. That, the reality is stress increases cortisol. You start to panic and have anxiety that comes from the enemy. That reminder that God put an amazing power of your body to heal, that you're created to be more than enough. And so our immune system has the ability innately and adaptively to, overcome these things. But you have to also honor your body and remove the interferences. As a chiropractor, we live with this philosophy that God doesn't make junk, that you have a power within your nervous system that controls every cell and tissue in your body. And if there's nerve interference, we always want to remove that interference. So if it's you right now and you want to see what you can do to maximize your potential and health, I want you to call me. My number is 208-859-6170 and make your appointment to see what we can do for your nervous system and your health, to live a better lifestyle. That's at our office at Main Health Solutions here in Meridian. And you can call me at 208-859-6170 to get your first evaluation. Typically it's $180, and we do this for only $40 for the radio show. And then maybe you want to look further into what are the things that are maybe going on internally in your body that needs to be addressed. You can also look us up at mainholistichealth.com, Main Holistic Health, where I do my online virtual consultations, where we can then see what things that maybe we can do to address either toxins such as heavy metals or food allergies or immune system problems, genetic testing. I do this virtually online. And you can look up at Maine Holistic Health to find out more about that. So we want to thank you for being here every week. And again, trust in Him and just become just more faithful and positive, and living a better lifestyle is where to start. And so we just thank you for listening every week. My name is Dr. Rosie May, and again, we'll talk to you next week. God bless.